If there is one trait that separates the truly successful from the average, it's not talent. It's not even intelligence. It's this, a relentless commitment to learning. When I look back at my life, I can trace every major leap forward in income, in clarity, in confidence to one thing, a new idea. And that idea always came from learning. In fact, I dropped out of high school. I worked minimum wage jobs, washing dishes, digging holes, sleeping on the floor. But I had one habit that changed everything. I read, I listened, I asked questions, I learned. And what I discovered was this: if you become a learning machine, nothing can stop you. Ignorance is expensive. People often say, learning is hard, but I say, not learning is harder. You know what's truly expensive? Living the same year over and over, making the same mistakes again and again, missing opportunities because you didn't understand them, struggling because you didn't know better. Ignorance isn't bliss, it's bondage. I remember reading a quote from Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's partner. He said, "In my whole life, I have known no wise person who didn't read all the time." That hit me, because the more I studied high achievers, from self-made millionaires to Olympic athletes, the more I noticed the same pattern. They were obsessive learners. They read books. They attended seminars. They surrounded themselves with smart people. They stayed curious. They didn't waste time trying to appear smart. They spent their time becoming smart. I got up early and read for 30 minutes every morning. Just 30 minutes every single day. At first it was difficult. I was slow. I got distracted. But then something started happening. Ideas began to stick. My vocabulary expanded. My thinking sharpened. My confidence grew. Eventually, I made it a rule. Read 1 hour per day in your chosen field. That's 5 hours per week, over 250 hours a year. If you do this for 3 years, you will become a national expert. Do it for 5 years, and you'll be world class. I did this with sales, business psychology, goal setting, leadership, and more. And sure enough, the more I learned, the more I earned. The more I earned. Your income is tied directly to the value you bring to the marketplace. And value comes from knowledge. Every time you learn something new, a strategy, a system, a skill, you increase your ability to solve problems. And people pay you for the problems you can solve. You don't get paid for your time. You get paid for your contribution. And your contribution grows with your learning. That's why I say, learn more to earn more. In fact, one of my favorite questions to ask myself every day is this: what am I doing today to become more valuable tomorrow? It's a game changer. Trying to patch up lifelong learning as a lifestyle. Don't just learn when you're forced to. Don't wait until you're behind to seek out answers. Make learning a lifestyle. Listen to audiobooks while driving. Watch educational videos instead of mindless ones. Turn off the noise. Turn on wisdom. Replace gossip with growth. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking. Because every day the world is changing. Technology, business, communication, it's all evolving. If you're not learning, you're falling behind. But if you commit to daily intentional learning, you become unstoppable. You can start today. You don't need a degree to be smart. You don't need a certificate to become excellent. You need discipline, curiosity, and a plan. Here's a simple formula I use to go from laborer to millionaire. 1. Read 30-60 minutes per day. Pick books that sharpen your mind and expand your thinking. 2. Listen to audio programs in the car. Turn drive time into learn time. Attend seminars and conferences. Invest in proximity to great minds. 4. Take notes and reflect. Don't just consume, absorb, and apply. 5. Teach what you learn, because when you teach it, you master it. Competitive edge. Your competitive edge. In the end, success is not about luck or looks or luck of the draw. It's about leverage. And learning is the ultimate leverage, because it multiplies everything you do. One idea, one book, one insight can change the entire direction of your life. So my challenge to you is simple. Become a learning machine. Relentless, focused, hungry, not for entertainment, but for elevation. Because the person you become in 5 years will be shaped by 2 things: the books you read and the people you learn from. And when you commit to learning for life, there is no limit to how far you'll go. There's a moment in every successful person's life, a single turning point. It doesn't come from luck. It doesn't come from winning the lottery or meeting the right person. It comes from a decision to stop blaming, a decision to stop waiting, a decision to take 100% responsibility for your life. This moment came for me when I was in my early 20s, broke, sleeping on the floor, working labor jobs to survive. I was bitter. I blamed my parents, the government, the economy. I told myself I didn't have the same chances other people had. And then one day, I had a simple but powerful realization. No one is coming to save me. It was like cold water splashing on my face, harsh but liberating. Because if no one was coming, then everything was up to me. And that meant I had control. Plain staring blame is a trap. They blame their upbringing, they blame their boss, they blame their spouse, they blame the weather, the system, the market. And as long as you blame something outside of you, you'll never fix what's going on inside of you. Blame feels good, it gives us an excuse, but it steals your power. When you say, it's not my fault, what you're really saying is, I'm not in control. Power to change, power to grow, power to move forward. Trauma beter move, power to piming some paid to do. Control giri, trauma beter move forward. Great, from this moment forward, I will accept complete responsibility for everything in my life, good or bad, past or future. That meant, if I was broke, I caused it. If I was overweight, I caused it. If I was uneducated, I caused it. If I was unhappy, I caused it. And if I caused it, I could fix it. This mindset shift is what separates victims from victors. Victims ask, why me? Victors ask, what now? Life responds to you. Here's a truth most people never fully accept. Life on run, where you are the cause. Your life is the effect. Everything around you right now, your income, your relationships, your health, your habits, is a result of choices you've made. Some conscious, some unconscious, but all yours. The quality of your life is a mirror of the quality of your decisions. That's not to punish you. That's to empower you. Because if you caused it, you can change it. You're not a tree. You're not stuck. You have the power to move, to act, to redirect. The three types of people. Raifan Fokli. In life, there are three types of people. Choosers. They take full responsibility. I create my life. Which one are you? I decided to be a chooser. A person who says, no matter what happens, I own my reaction. I own my attitude. I own my path. That decision was my gateway to greatness. Take control. One area at a time. You don't have to fix everything in a day. Start with one area of your life. Right finances, your health, your relationships, your habits, your mindset. Ask yourself, right finances responsible for this? No excuses. What would I do differently starting today? That question can change everything, because responsibility leads to clarity, and clarity leads to action. No more excuses. Right finances repipil, mamedromer vue, totalability, tropultigad, you tropul2, dotelanihon, resikabadi, that conflorates. They made me feel that way. It's too late. I can't help it. Right from to we place them. What can I learn? What can I do now? How can I grow? This is my life and I own it. You can teach trotsable sikwo. Benif truo kaushaf. In can check into all come stratrafoner, gumrilli truo por sempotobility, truo por sempoto. This quality started grow. Then a grow course, shumtig spexen. What's can mine every bowl. You nearly told course can reg quafter truo poto. Right pokshan is divtish. You ain't no longer waiting on someone else to change. You're no longer held hostage by your past. You're no longer limited by your circumstances. You become the writer of your story, the architect of your future, the hero of your journey. And the moment you fully accept responsibility, you unleash a force inside of you that is greater than any challenge you faced. You take back your time, your energy, your focus, and you use it to build the life you were meant to live. One final thought. There's a quote I live by. Everything you are today is the result of the choices you made yesterday. Everything you become tomorrow will be the result of the choices you make today. So make the choice right now to take 100% responsibility for your actions, your results, your dreams, because when you do, nothing can stop you. Let me ask you a simple question. What's the difference between wishing for success and actually achieving it? It's not intelligence. It's not luck. It's not talent. It's discipline. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. I've seen it again and again in my own life and in the lives of the most successful people I've studied for over 40 years. Discipline is the one trait, the one power that transforms ordinary people into high performers. My journey with discipline. I wasn't born disciplined. In fact, I was lazy, easily distracted. I quit things halfway through, just like everyone else. But when I was in my early 20s, after months of working labor jobs and barely affording to eat, I read a book that changed my life. It said, The most successful people are simply those with successful habits. And I realized that discipline wasn't about personality. It was about practice. I didn't need to feel like doing something. I just had to decide I would do it, no matter how I felt. And that mindset became the foundation of everything I've achieved since. Why most people fail. Let me tell you why most people never reach their goals. It's not because their goals are too big. It's because their habits are too small. They start strong, excited, motivated, but when the excitement fades, they stop. They say, I'll go to the gym tomorrow. I'll finish that book later. I'll start saving next month. I'm just not in the mood today. And that's the trap. They wait for the feeling. But feeling never produces success. Discipline does. Discipline means you go to the gym when you're tired. You work on your dream after a long day. You say no to distractions even when they tempt you. You follow through every single time. The law of forced efficiency. There's a rule I've followed for decades called the law of forced efficiency. It says, there is never enough time to do everything, but there is always enough time to do the most important things. Discipline is how you choose what matters most and get it done first. The disciplined person doesn't check their phone the moment they wake up, doesn't binge hours of TV every night, doesn't let their day be ruled by emotion or chaos. They wake up with purpose. They have a list, a plan, a routine, and they stick to it no matter what. The compound effect of discipline. Discipline is not glamorous. It's not exciting, but it has compound power. 1 day of discipline is good. 10 days is great. But a year of discipline, that can change your entire life. 1 hour of reading per day. 365 hours of knowledge in a year. 1 workout per day. A transformed body in a few months. 1 hour of focused work per morning. A profitable business in a year. Success is not one massive leap. It's small steps, repeated daily, with discipline. Discipline equals freedom. To most people never understand. Discipline doesn't limit your life. It frees it. When you have discipline, you have more energy, more time, more control, more peace, because you're no longer reacting to life. You're leading it. You're not behind on projects. You're not exhausted from poor decisions. You're not panicking at the last minute. You're clear, confident, and in command. That's real freedom. Traumatimov's freedom start, his fucking competent. That's real freedom. Tamertimok so competent. Tukatos, Tamertimok's freedom start, Reconort Faveldati, Thashol, Tamertimok's freedom start, Diddy, Muting of Folver. Write your to-do list the night before. Read 10 pages of a great book daily. Eliminate 1 distraction. Then build. Discipline is a muscle, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets. There's no secret. Just this. Decide what matters, and do it every day, no matter what. That's the formula. Tamertimok's freedom start. Final, and your systems are only as strong as your discipline. If you want to, get rich. Be disciplined with money. Get healthy. Be disciplined with your body. Be respected. Be disciplined with your words. Succeed in business. Be disciplined with your time. You already have the ability. You already have the dream. Now build the discipline to match it. And watch your life transform. 1 decision, 1 habit, 1 powerful day at a time.